What's up, guys? It's Godspoiler. We're back again with another video. Today, we're going to be doing the WrestleMania 40 predictions. Doing this literally, well, I'm recording this a day before WrestleMania, but this will come out as probably the night one kickoff show will commence. Will start. These will be my predictions for all the matches for WrestleMania 40. Since it's the 40th anniversary, I figured why not do the predictions video. So anyways, let's get into it, y'all. Karrion Kross and AOP, the Final Testament, versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Now, this feud has been brewing for months. They've been costing each other matches, the usual shebangs. But to say that I'm like gonna get out of my seat for this match, I would probably say no, because it started off with promise, but then it just died down. It seems like they just kept going in circles with it, and they just didn't know what to do until we got to here, to where they're having the match at WrestleMania. Me personally, I probably would have added B-Fab and Scarlett to this match, even though it would be an 8-man schmoz. But I don't know, it would just kind of, it would make it somewhat interesting, because, you got Scarlett and B-Fab in there. But that's besides the point. Who do I think is going to win this match? I personally think they're going to give it to Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. But I personally would go with Karrion Kross and AOP, make their faction look dominant, strong. But it's just, the thing is, Bobby Lashley losing at WrestleMania doesn't really sit well with me either. Either team, this has to be booked perfectly for the loser. The loser would have to look strong in the feed. So, my prediction, I think Bobby Lashley's going to win, but I would personally have Karrion Kross and AOP win. Anyways, on to the next one. The undisputed tag team title match. This will be the Awesome Truth, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, New Cash Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, The New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, DIY, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, and the champions, the undisputed tag team champions, Damian Priest, Finn Balor of the Judgment Day. This is literally just, this is probably going to kick off the show, more than likely, one of these nights, I think. I personally think they're going to kick it off. To be honest, this is just, they put all the teams together because, we don't have a spot for them at WrestleMania. So they just throw them all together in a tag. It wouldn't be an issue if we already haven't seen all these teams face each other before. Judgment Day went through all these teams. All of them. And they're just going to face each other again. I don't know. Who do I personally think is going to win? Awesome Truth might win because of the story with R-Truth and the Judgment Day. It's either that or Judgment Day will retain. They will retain and continue to reign. I don't know. I personally think they're probably going to give it to Awesome Truth, give R-Truth a moment, I guess. It's just so weird how last year at WrestleMania 39, the tag team titles, the undisputed tag team titles, main evented night one. The tag team titles were relevant because the story they were involved in was so fucking good. With Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and the Usos. It's just a really bad fall from grace from last year, in my personal opinion. But, you're gonna get the, you're gonna get people jumping off shit, you're gonna get the, this is awesome, you're gonna get people to put through ladders or whatever, the usual ladder match, just, you're putting, a lot of guys in there. There's no, you can't tell a story, you can't really sell, but, yeah, maybe the Awesome Truth might win this. I don't know. LWO's Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee will take on LDF's Santos Escobar and Judgment Day's Dominic Mysterio. So originally when Santos Escobar beat Rey Mysterio on that episode of SmackDown last week, we thought, or not last week, I think it was the week before. Yeah, I think it was the week before. Yeah, my bad. The week before, because of Dominic Mysterio, I thought, oh, we're just gonna run back Rey and Dominic, even though they haven't fucking told a story since they haven't been in a fucking ring together or told a story with each other since the draft last year. But that's besides the point. It's because you had nothing for Dominic Mysterio. This dude has immaculate. They won't let the man fucking speak. That's how much they despise this man. And you have nothing for him? So you're just going to have him. You're pretty much just having running it back with Rey Mysterio. Pretty much. My thing is, why Dragon Lee? Don't get me wrong, the guy is an excellent wrestler, but that's just it. He's just a good wrestler. I would have honestly preferred they put Carlito in, have Rey Mysterio and Carlito versus Santos and Dominic. I would have preferred that. But I don't know. The booking of this has been really weird. Who do I think is going to win this? I think Dominic and Santos might win this. I think they should win this, to be honest, though. Because, I don't know. You're really going to have Dominic lose to his father 2 years in a row. Last year was okay. I didn't mind. You could have went either way last year, to be honest, with Dominic and Rey. It really didn't matter what the finish was for Dominic and Rey. Just tell the fucking story. That's all you needed to do. It doesn't matter who won. Just tell the fucking story, and they did it. They did. And that's all blessed. It didn't even matter if Rey or Dominic won. But this year, if you're running it back, Dominic needs to win. He needs to get that heel heat for beating his father. And then, I don't fucking know. You book him properly. Book him like a super heel. Because I'd say other than, I don't know, Roman Reigns, he's probably one of the most hated dudes on the roster right now. The boos are so loud that the man can't even speak on the microphone. That's how bad they despise this man. And it's like, dude, Dominic is doing his job to perfection. And it's just a shame that his booking has been so bad. He's losing to Ricochet on a random Raw. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. I am not going to get into it. Because you already know, look. But yeah. You start booking Dominic good and dominant after this. Not like necessarily dominant. He's a chicken shit heel. He would have to win by squeaking out victories. Have him win by squeaking out victories, and have him and Santos do that here. Have him cheat to win, and yeah, I'd say have Santos and Dominic win. They might go with Rey and Dragon Lee, but that's, I don't know. I just feel. You give it to Santos and Dominic. Yeah. Damage Control versus Jade Cargill Damage Control versus Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair. 6-woman tag team match. This match was made very last minute. You needed to get Jade on the show. They've been we hadn't seen her since the Royal Rumble, and then she shows up last week. Yeah, she shows up last week on SmackDown. Finally, get some in-ring action. We haven't seen her since the fucking Rumble. In-ring, I should say. And it's like, dude, what are you waiting on? Obviously, there's some weaknesses to her game, But that's what you have to understand. You hide the weaknesses. You try your best to hide the weaknesses. You make her like a dominant brute, which is what she is. But they finally had her finally officially debut, and she's actually gonna be on WrestleMania, which is pretty cool. And then you got Damage Control. We also got another women's title match with one of the Damage Control members later, but that's besides the point. Who should win this? Because Bianca Belair has been feuding with Damage Control for like 2 fucking years now. Almost 2 fucking... It's been since SummerSlam 2 years ago, guys. I remember this shit. Bianca Belair has been feuding with Damage Control ever since Bayley formed it back in SummerSlam 2022. Sure, it was off and on, but they've been pretty much feuding the whole time this team has been a thing. But, Naomi recently came back at the Rumble 2. Who is going to win this? I think it's pretty obvious. Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair. I don't think you would have Jade Cargill lose her first big match. Her losing the Royal Rumble was okay, whatever. But she can't lose this one. Unfortunately, as much as I would want Damage Control to look dominant, you can't have Jade lose. It's just... And it's going to be sad because we got poor Asuka. She is literally the reverse Undertaker at WrestleMania. She is literally the reverse Undertaker. She is losing every single fucking time, and it's sad. She should have beat Bianca Belair for the women's title last year. Yeah, that was a whole booking botch, but that's just a whole different fucking story. But unfortunately, Asuka's gonna be, I think it'll be 0-6 now. She's literally the reverse Undertaker, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna get to a point where they have to put that in the fucking story. Asuka can't buy a victory at WrestleMania. No matter what she does, she always loses. It's unfortunate, but it's gonna happen again. Anyways, on to the next one. A United States Championship triple threat match. Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton versus Logan Paul for the United States Championship. Yeah. I like how this match came to be. I like how Logan Paul screwed Randy Orton out again in the World Heavyweight title match. I like how that was done. But the inclusion of Kevin Owens is just kind of odd to me. Because we already saw them wrestle. Granted, that was it was a disqualification finish, but we've already seen them wrestle, and it's but I understand you probably don't want Randy Orton to take the pin, so I personally think Logan Paul is going to retain. I have that weird feeling he's going to retain. And Randy Orton is dealing with some kind of momentum right now. He can't be pinned. Unfortunately, Kevin Owens is going to be the one to take the unfortunate L, which is sad. But, yeah, Kevin Owens wins this match. Not Kevin Owens, fucking Logan Paul wins this match, my bad. He retains the United States Championship. Jimmy versus Jey Uso. Brother versus brother. Now, I'm interested in this match because of the story that the Bloodline has been telling for it's been almost 4 years now. 3.5, 4 years since Roman Reigns won that Universal Championship. They've been telling this Bloodline story. The twists and turns it made when it reached its peak with Sami Zayn back in 2022, back end of 2022, when it reached its peak, it was amazing. In 2023, it kind of went off the rockers, kind of because wrong booking decisions were made. One, I'm excited for this match, but I just have one issue. The way we went about this was so fucking retarded. So fucking dumb. Jimmy betrays Jey Uso at SummerSlam. But the whole reason Jey actually officially turned on Roman was because of Jimmy. That's what's kicked off the Bloodline Civil War back in Money in the Bank last year. It just made no sense. It just made it pointless. Since Jimmy was the first Uso brother to turn on Roman, but I guess he just realigns himself. It was just weird. I understand we had to get to Jimmy versus Jay somehow, but we could have done it way, way differently and way better. And the story they told hasn't been the best either. I mean, they tried their best, you know. But who do I think is going to win this? I personally think it's going to be Jey Uso, obviously. Jimmy Uso's booking has been so horrendously bad. Jay's been horrendously bad, too, to be honest. They both haven't been booked properly, but Jey Uso has been booked the stronger of the two. Jimmy Uso is barely winning matches at all, if any. He's literally like, he's just the setup guy for the guy that the guy will beat, and then he gets to Roman. And Solo Sikoa, unfortunately, is pretty much the same fucking thing. But that's besides the point. Yeah, but Jay's definitely going to win this match. I'm pretty sure, at least. Unless Solo Sikoa cheats, which I think Solo Sikoa might get involved in this match. It was in the build-up. Solo Sikoa is definitely going to get involved in this match. Anyways, on to the next. Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Gunther has had a really solid reign. It's not one of the best of all time. He's the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. But the booking hasn't been perfect. I mean, Gunther has been booked strong. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know. So, when this match was official, people felt some kind of way about it because they felt this should have been Chad Gable's spot. They felt Chad Gable had to finish his story. And to be honest, I'm kind of in agreement. But it's just the way they went about it. It's just they just had those matches on Raw, and it was just, why you didn't even do that at least at a pay-per-view is beyond me. Beyond me. But that's besides the point. One, Sami Zayn has to win Intercontinental Championship because Gunther, he needs to go to the main event. He's literally gone through all of the mid-card, and he's sometimes repeated some of them. It's time for Gunther to go to the main event. It's time for Gunther to have matches with Cody Rhodes, CM Punk when he comes back off of injury, LA Knight, perhaps. But Gunther needs to go to the main event. And I have this weird feeling that they just want to keep the title on him for no reason. He already got the longest reigning. He's got the longest reign. I don't really see where else to go with Gunther as IC champion. I just don't see a vision. Who is next? Unless you want to do it at Bash Berlin and actually then that's where you want to do Chad Gable. But it's going to ruin Gunther if he stays in the mid-card too long. It's going to ruin him. It's going to ruin him. You guys might not believe me. Oh, he doesn't lose, though. He barely loses. It's going to ruin him. It's going to ruin him. Trust me. He needs to launch himself to the main event. He needs to face, he just needs to go to the main event. Somehow. He just needs to go to the main event because he can't linger in the mid-card for too long. It's okay to stay in the mid-card for a decent amount of time, but if you stay in there too long, it actually ruins your credibility to a somewhat degree. So my prediction is Sami Zayn should win, but they might have Gunther win. You never know. AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Yeah. the way they did this was it was almost perfect. AJ Styles being jealous of LA Knight's success is kind of a cool story, and I feel LA Knight just being in this kick-ass feud is way better than him having a consolation prize and beating Logan Paul for the United States Championship. I feel he's way better off than doing this. And then LA Knight from here, I'm guessing he's probably just gonna go after the world title, right? He might get draft, they might do the draft again. He might go to Raw. You never know, but LA Knight definitely has to win this. AJ Styles has to put over LA Knight. But I'm actually digging Styles' character, to be honest though. I'm digging it. But yeah, LA Knight should win, and yeah, that's about it. Bayley versus Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley, the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble winner. They've been building up this story of Damage Control turning on Bayley for months and months, and it finally happened. And the story hasn't been that good since. But, like, the story has been okay. It hasn't been horrible, but I don't know. The whole Dakota Kai acting like she's on Bayley's side and then actually just turning and then just realigning herself with Damage Control. That was a cool little twist, I guess. Kind of saw it coming, to be honest, but that's besides the point. Who is going to win this? This is honestly this is a toss-up. Like, you could have either one win this. You can have Bayley finally have her moment. Her big WrestleMania moment in front of fans. But then again, Io Sky, she kind of needs a WrestleMania moment too. It's a toss-up. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go out and say Io Sky cheats to beat Bayley. Yeah. Probably. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. Yeah, some people think it should have been Liv Morgan in this spot, but WWE, they panic if, like, a Becky Lynch, a Bayley, or a Charlotte Flair isn't, like, in the title picture for a WrestleMania match. It's like they just start panicking and don't know what to do. Well, fucking numbnuts, build other female stars, you goof asses. Yes, you still have Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair is just... Don't let me get into Charlotte Flair. You have to build stars around them, which is what they have pretty much done with Rhea Ripley, though. I'd say she has been booked pretty much perfectly, hasn't lost in a long time. But people say Liv Morgan should have been here. I mean, yeah, with the story, it would have made sense. But maybe they're saving Liv Morgan for a little bit later, I'm pretty sure. Who is going to win this match? I think Rhea Ripley should retain. I think that's what they're going to go with. Rhea Ripley is going to beat Charlotte Flair and then Becky Lynch the next year. Back-to-back years, she beat two of the best. That's just going to solidify her title reign, and she's going to have it for a while. And she's probably going to beat Bianca Belair's record, to be honest. Would not shock me if they just have her do that. Yeah, I got Rhea Ripley winning this, folks. Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now I'm going to go on a limb. It's pretty fucking obvious who's going to win this match because Seth Rollins is going on break. He's taking a break from WWE after WrestleMania because he's got a banged up knee, a banged up back. He needs a break. Yeah. And Drew McIntyre, he, ever since he turned heel and started, he's been on fire on social media, on the mic, and he's just been on fire. This dude, Drew McIntyre, is on fire lately, and it's so amazing to see. It's because I knew Drew had this in him. And Drew is finally going to get that world title moment, world title win in front of the fans. He's finally going to get it. This was originally going to be CM Punk, but of course he got injured. What I love about what Drew is doing, he's not only like actually selling you on him and Seth again, which it kind of makes you interested in the match, even though we've seen it so many fucking times, especially in the last couple months. He's selling you on it because he's actually showing off a little bit of character, this new character. He's got a little bit of truth to what he's saying. Also, he's a hypocrite. It's so good. He's also building the feud he's going to have with CM Punk when CM Punk comes back from injury, which is really great because people are saying it's pretty much probably going to be CM Punk that takes that World Heavyweight Championship off of Drew. But Drew he'll be the man on Raw for the World Heavyweight Championship for a bit until I'd say CM Punk comes back. Unless they want to have Damian Priest pull a Seth Rollins and cash in during the match. Look, guys, as much as I respect, I like Damian Priest. I like him. The way he's been booked, you forget the man is even the Money in the Bank holder. And that is tragically sad. Just tragic. He should not cash in. And if he does, there's going to be no reaction. I guarantee you. There there's obviously going to be reaction, but the roof isn't going to blow off the fucking place. It isn't going to be like it's not going to be like Seth Rollins where everyone was shocked and like actually cheered or whatever it was. But no, I would just have Drew win. Drew gets his moment. He's the world champion on Raw going forward until CM Punk comes back. Yeah, that's how I would do it. And we're ending it off with the two main events for night 1 and night 2. For night 1, it's a blockbuster tag team match. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins take on the Bloodlines, Roman Reigns and The Rock. The Rock returns, and he's made WrestleMania season somewhat interesting. And the way this all came about was so ridiculous, so wacky, and it's like, we were initially going to do Rock and Roman for the Undisputed WWE Championship, but people were crying that Cody didn't get his moment, or is not going to get his moment right now at WrestleMania. My thing is, you guys do know Roman could potentially walk out of Philadelphia still the Undisputed Champion, right? Because they could want him to go for Hulk Hogan's record, right? Even though it's kind of retarded, it's kind of stupid. It doesn't really matter. It truly doesn't matter. But it's whatever. So if you're just going to have The Rock anyways, Roman can win. And then you do Cody again later on. But the thing is, the way they did it at first, before they changed it to Cody and Roman, it made Cody look like the biggest goofball of all mankind. It made him look like a fucking idiot. You don't want to face him at WrestleMania? Who the fuck says that? Who the fuck wins the Royal Rumble? He's like, nah, I don't want to face you at WrestleMania. What Royal Rumble in the history of ever has ever done that? Ever. But no. Cody Rhodes even after after they changed, it still made Cody look like an idiot because of what he said, that promo about, oh, I don't want to face WrestleMania, but now he does. He changes his mind, he changes his mind, It doesn't make any logical sense. But that's besides the point. And then we got Seth Rollins teaming up with Cody. It's kind of random because, like, Seth Rollins kind of has nothing to do with what's going on with Roman, Rock, and Cody. He has nothing to do with it. But I guess they're trying to say, oh, but Seth has history with Roman with the Shield and all that. So that's why they did it. I guess, but like still, it's just So the stipulation: if Rock and Roman win this match, then on night 2 for the Undisputed Championship between Cody and Roman, it will be Bloodline rules. So that already gave it away who's going to win this match. You're telling me Roman Reigns is going to have a title match and there's not going to be, like, shenanigans? Come on now. Come on. You guys. So, my prediction for this match, obviously, Rock and Roman are going to win. They're going to win. It's going to be Bloodline rules for night 2. And then that's probably when The Rock will probably turn on Roman. Because he's been teasing it, the way his mannerisms when he's like talking about and acknowledging Roman, and like when they're doing the ones, he's like doing an L. It's weird. It just gives me like a vibe that he's gonna turn. But I think the Bloodline's probably gonna win this match. It's gonna be Bloodline rules. So anyways, let's get on to the main event of night 2. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, for the second year in a row, will main event night 2 of WrestleMania for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. For the second year in a row, they're going to do it again. They're doing The Rock and John Cena all over again. But this time, we're not even sure if the hero's going to win. They're like, because I'm hearing rumors that they're heavily talking about Roman retaining and having him beat Hulk Hogan's record. But there's a fucking issue with that goofus fuck, you doofus-faced fuck. There's nobody else except maybe an LA Knight, but we already fucking saw him in Roman. We already saw him in Roman. He got beat so bad, it wasn't even Roman barely squeaked out with the victory. This man beat him. If Roman beats Cody, who the fuck else is there, you dumbass? Who are you going to sell me could possibly beat Roman other than Cody? Other than fucking Cody, who else has the potential, the believability, and the way they've been booked? Nobody. So, what is my prediction for this match? If Rock turns on Roman, Cody's going to win. But knowing the Bloodline shenanigans, they'll probably just fucking have Cody lose the Bloodline shenanigans for the second year in a row. They'll probably do that again. They'll probably repeat the same fucking shit they did last year because that's all they know how to fucking do. It wouldn't shock me. It would not shock me if Roman walks out this title. It wouldn't shock me. It would piss me off because it's fucking retarded. It can't always just be about fucking Roman and him reigning for 85 years. You gotta put people over, dude. You gotta make stars around you. I'm sorry, you just have to. But my prediction, I have a feeling they're probably gonna cheat and have Roman win. But I believe Cody should finally win, even though he should have just fucking won last year. But no. People were crying. Oh, Cody doesn't need to win it now. Well, look in the predicament we are in now, you doofus-faced fuck. Because of your crying and complaining that Cody shouldn't win, Triple H took that and ran with it and had Roman retain. Deflated the whole fucking stadium last year. Will it be the same this year? Time will only tell. Because there's no way you can do... It's gonna... I'm telling you guys this. If Roman wins, a lot of people are going to leave WWE in droves. I'm not, because I'm always going to be there for pro wrestling. But I'm telling you, it's going to be bad business because people are going to leave in droves. In droves. Because we're starting to get the vibe of Roman Reigns when he was a face being shoved down our throats. That's what it's starting to feel like. And for Roman to get better, he needs to lose the Undisputed Championship. It's time. To me, at least, it's time. It's time for Cody to just rock with the champ. It's just time. But yeah, those are my predictions for WrestleMania 40. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out, y'all.